Welcome, everybody, to the Friday GearBox Precision Call. Thank you all so much for tuning in with us and being here live. Go ahead and let me know in the chat box where you're calling in from. I know we have customers calling in from all around the world, so thank you so much for being here with us this morning or this evening, wherever you may be in the world, whatever time it is. Before we get started, I need to go ahead and read you this risk disclosure. There's a substantial risk of loss associated with trading Forex, binary options, stocks, or equities, collectively asset classes. Only risk capital should be used for trading. Trading in any asset class is not appropriate for everyone. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. No representation is being made that investors will make profits or not sustain losses. Before trading in any asset classes, investors should consult with their professional broker, financial advisor, or financial consultant to determine whether trading asset classes is appropriate. Investors who trade in any asset class should only do so if the capital used for this purpose represents funds that an investor can afford to lose without adversely impacting their lifestyle. No trading strategy or methodology is without risk of loss. No trading strategy is risk-free, and no trading strategy can guarantee profits or freedom from losses. Investors risk losing the cost to execute any transaction, including associated commissions or fees. You should carefully consider whether trading in any asset class is appropriate for you in light of your investment experience and financial resources. Any trading decisions you make are solely your responsibility and at your own risk. None of the statements or materials in the Auvoria chat room constitute a solicitation or recommendation to buy or sell. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and we'll get right into it here. You're now sharing your screen. Awesome. We're going to go right on in. So ignore this account. This is just a random account that's running minimal lots here. All right. USD JPY. We are not in any trades on this specific account on Swing here. On AUD JPY, we are not in any trades either. AUD NZD, we are still swinging. We made all of our buys back. Now we're in sells. We were in some drawdown for a little on AUD NZD. I know we were in some buys at one point when the market was coming down, and we got out of those, and now we're back into some sells, waiting on a reversal. But you know, AUD NZD is on its way up, so we'll probably play that trend for a little. But we're in 3% drawdown, nothing crazy. Ignore that account. That normally. And then we have AUD-CHF with nothing on the week. We'll keep going. Oh, I don't know why this one disconnected on us. Reconnect. All right, GBP-AUD. We have nothing on the week. GBP-CAD. You can see here that we are in about 3% drawdown. Nothing crazy. GBP-JPY, we have nothing on the week. GBP-NZD, we have nothing on the week. GBP-USD, we got 3% on the week. Awesome. Blank VPS, all right. AUD-CAD, we have nothing on the week. Euro-NZD, we did not take any trades on this week. Euro GBP, still have yet to take a trade on Euro GBP. NZD CHF, there was nothing this week. NZD JPY, nothing happened this week there. NZD USD, we had nothing happen on the week. USD CAD, we are in a trade right now, and currently we're up 0.10% floating profit on the week, but we're currently in a USD CAD buy. Euro JPY, we see no action on the week. Euro AUD as well had no action on the week. Euro USD, we are in a buy. No surprise there. Euro CAD, on the other hand, we have activated balance protection. So clearly we're not taking any new trades. We got into some buys up here, and it fell off a cliff. And you can see we're close to hitting some stop losses. It seems we've already actually hit some stop losses on EuroCAD. So we have incurred some losses here on EuroCAD. EuroCAD has definitely been going in the wrong direction for a little bit again on this this exact account and trade. And we'll take a look at that MyFX book and take a peek there and see what's going on. Euro CHF, we have nothing going on. CAD JPY as well, no trades on the week. CHF JPY, we are in about 4% drawdown and some swing trades right now looking to play out. CAD CHF, currently nothing. AUD USD, currently have nothing going on there. And USD CHF, we did 0.51% profit on the week. GBP CHF, we had no trades closed. And here as well, NZD CAD, we have balance protection hit. We are currently in some drawdown and trades, about 35% drawdown. The CAD pairs have definitely been running against us recently. So this account is in what we call chill out mode, where it will not take any new trades now that balance protection has been hit. Now let's take a look at the MyFX books. Let me come back to my screen here. Nikki says, I haven't taken a trade in almost 3 months. What should I do to adjust this? Nikki, I would re-look through your setup, because the last 2 months people have been hitting it out of the park and getting a ton of trades on swing and sniper. So there's something not correct about your account. I would re-go through the setup. Something must be disconnected, or something's not allowing it to take trades, or maybe it's logged in with an investor password. There's a lot of things that can happen. But I would definitely re-go through your setup there, because the last 2-3 months people have been hitting it out of the park. All right, let's take a look at the one pair data. This isn't the one pair data, but we will go there. All right, so first off, where's our good friend EuroCAD hiding? I think that's one of our first ones we want to review, and it looks like this one was updated 3 hours ago. Yep, it's reflected the loss. The drawdown has definitely gone higher than ever previously, which tells me that this pair is going to need increased entries. As we always know, anytime a pair goes over 25% drawdown, we increase the entry by 1. Anytime it gets to 50, we increase by 2. So what does that mean for EuroCAD? It means that EuroCAD in the next manager is going to get a bump up in entries. Let's take a look. AUD-CHF had already gotten a bump in entries. So had CAD-CHF, so had NZD-JPY. Now EuroCAD has just breached that next level. USD-CAD has breached over 25, so it'll be getting a bump up in entries. Euro-USD as well will be getting a bump in entries, and so will NZD-CAD. All the others had already had their bumps in entries a long time. Euro-JPY never got a bump, even though it just kind of touched 25. We didn't give it its bump because it didn't hit it. But, we use that data on these $500 accounts to express drawdown. If they get a higher drawdown on a little $500 account, that tells me that, we need to increase, where we're at there. Whereas you see something like Euro NZD that's hit it out of the park with very minimal drawdown. Right. So, and then look at absolute gains. GBP AUD is still our top performer, but again, I wouldn't just run the top performers, because here's an example. March 29th, 64%. August 19th, lost. So between March and August, we took no trades, took a loss, and then just pretty much doubled the account in September. So the point in showing you that is that, you got to scan all the pairs. If you're only scanning some pairs, you're missing out on a lot of opportunity in precision modes, because, every week different pairs are going to be the ones that trigger. So you want to be very precise with which pairs you're trading and when you let them trigger, so that you can see that success and consistency in your trading strategies. Let's come back and look at the chat here. EuroCAD is definitely not a fun week emotionally. No, it doesn't look like it. I mean, if anybody else hit stop losses, then it's never exciting when you hit stop losses. I see I hit some stop losses myself on it. So that, never is fun. But only thing you can ever do is optimize to more trending markets. And clearly the Canadian dollar is in more of a trend lately, especially with their entire economy the way it is. So, we'll have to adjust and play, as we always do. But with that being said, if there aren't any other crazy questions, we'll talk about the GearBox risk calculator as always. Hold on, I see some questions here. Can you please help me understand what is custom strategy and how to use it? Is it possible to change profit-taking strategy beyond the 3 drop-downs? No, the 3 drop-downs are your only take profit options. And GearBox will not pick up or manage a manual call. So for 2 and 3, you can't do those. For understanding what is custom, really simple. The only things, so when you see this use custom button here, the only thing that this does differently from these buttons is allows you to apply your max gears. So you'll be able to go ahead and apply your max gears. You'll also be able to apply your gears above. And that's really made, and if you wanted to do, no, that's it. Those are the 2 things that you control here. So yeah, only thing use custom does is allows you to change these and allows you to apply this. Other than that, all these other settings you can customize and these buttons will apply them. It's just these ones are hard-coded. Max number of gears and your gears above are hard-coded based on these strategies. But if you want to deploy your own custom gears above and your own max gears, then you would simply do that and then use the use custom button. That's all the use custom button does there. When you have the same pair of trades in both directions and you close manually one direction trade but doesn't delete the ghost trades in a very wrong place because ghosts are range, shouldn't it delete them? I'm not sure what your question is without a visual of Vesipral. I have no idea what you're asking. I need a visual or more specifics because that didn't. Yeah, I didn't understand your question. So getting into the risk calculator as always. First thing, remember that this calculator does not account for a 500 pip stop loss and does not account for balance protection. Does not account for. So these 2 things you'd have to manually calculate on your own, but for a great simulation and idea, let's say you had a $10,000 account with the base settings, you were entering on gear entry 5, then essentially for you to even get into 21% drawdown, one of those pairs would have to go 833 pips with no retracement. Okay, now if 2 pairs did that, you'd be in 40% drawdown. Right? If that's too high for you, then you could decrease your lot size. In which case, okay, that same move now gets you in 17%. Multiply that times 2, you're in 35% drawdown. You have 5% less drawdown, actually about 7% less drawdown, with not much of a smaller lot size, right? So, because remember, this calculator only is going to calculate based on 1 pair. So if you want to figure out your risk if you're running 3 pairs at once, you must multiply these numbers times 3. In which case, if you were running 3 pairs that all went 833 pips against your initial entries, right, then you'd be in about 60% drawdown. Now, again, you also couldn't really be in that because 25% drawdown, you will not take another trade. You also have a 500 pip stop loss, which also means you would have taken some losses along this way, which also means you wouldn't be in 21% drawdown because you would have also closed some trades. So this is really a tool to help people kind of understand their risk a little more and their trading, but it's not going to be fully accurate as, again, it cannot account for these things here as well. And then if we are to take a look at the upcoming week ahead, let's go ahead and get into Forex Factory and take a look at what is going on this upcoming week. All right, we can see that we do not have any red folder news until Wednesday of this upcoming week, and we have USD events with core CPI. We also have AUD employment and unemployment change. Thursday, we have PPI for USD. As well, Friday, we have core retail sales and retail sales, which, that's it's a good amount of USD red folder news this week for sure. So being on that note, I'm never afraid of red folder news with GearBox. GearBox, especially precision modes, love red folder news. Intraday modes are more susceptible to red folder news and take more risk. But for those of you on precision mode, it looks like another great week ahead. Monday and Tuesday might be a little slower, but it looks like Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, the volatility will pick up, and hopefully it'll play in our favor as always. But with that being said, let me take a look back in the chat here. I don't see any other questions. Veziprul, in regards to your, okay, he says, I mean, when I'm hedging and my ghost gears buy 2 and sell 2, my gear entry is above 2. For example, when I manually close buy, but GearBox does not. Yeah, again, I'm not understanding your question. Please put a support ticket in. So with exact pictures and examples, because again, I'm not understanding your question here on what you're saying. So please put in a ticket with visuals and explanations so somebody can investigate, because I can't understand your question. Chris, I'll have to take a look at that data, but most likely I'm just going to bump up EuroCAD by +2. So whatever gear it is now, increase it by 2, and that's going to be its new entry. But with everyone on here, thank you all so much. I appreciate your time. And with that being said, I look forward to another amazing trading week ahead. And I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day.